The myth of metaphysical landlords, why humans aren't rented out by ghosts. For centuries, folklore and mysticism have painted human existence with shades of otherworldly influence, a spectral presence that might, in theory, claim dominion over the living. Yet, in the realm of philosophy, science, and rational inquiry, the idea that unseen metaphysical landlords, or ghostly proprietors, silently govern our bodies simply doesn't hold water. Let's explore why this notion is more a tantalizing metaphor than a reflection of reality. Evolution of the myth. Historically, diverse cultures have imagined that spirits, or other ethereal forces, control the fate of human beings. Possession, divine intervention, and the idea of souls as commodities have been recurrent themes in mythologies and religious narratives. In these stories, an external owner might dictate the course of a life, enforce cosmic rent, or even reclaim a body once a tenant has lost favor. These tales served various functions, from explaining the inexplicable to instilling moral order in a society. But they emerged from a need to personify natural forces rather than describe a literal truth about human existence. Autonomy in the human experience. Modern understandings of the self, be they biological, psychological, or philosophical, suggest that every individual is the natural proprietor of their own body and consciousness. The human body is an intricate symphony of cells, neurons, and biochemical processes, all working in concert without the intervention of any external, ghostly landlord. Through the lens of neuroscience and evolutionary biology, our behaviors, thoughts, and emotions emerge from neural networks and genetic blueprints, not from commands issued by supernatural entities. This perspective affirms our inherent autonomy. We are both the architects and the tenants of our own being. The metaphor of landlords in a rational world. Why, then, does the metaphor of a landlord persist? Landlords in everyday life signify control, ownership, and the imposition of rules over one's space. As a metaphor, it elegantly encapsulates feelings of oppression, whether through societal expectations, subconscious forces, or even internalized authority figures. However, when it comes to the literal governance of our bodies by metaphysical, or spectral, landlords, modern inquiry finds no evidence. Instead, these stories highlight our struggles with free will and influence, serving as rich allegories in literature and art rather than blueprints of physical reality. The role of human consciousness. An essential element separating myth from reality is the self-reflective nature of human consciousness. Unlike inanimate objects that might be rented or possessed, humans experience a deep-seated awareness of ownership over their bodies. This consciousness not only asserts our autonomy, but also questions external narratives imposed on us. The idea of a ghostly landlord would imply an external monitor of our innermost lives, a notion at odds with the personal experience of self-determination, where every decision is felt as a product of one's own volition rather than a mandate from an unseen master. Science and the absence of evidence. From a scientific standpoint, the existence of metaphysical landlords is not supported by empirical evidence. Research in biology, psychology, and physics points towards systems governed by laws, chance, and interactive feedback loops, not by supernatural contracts or otherworldly oversight. The processes that define human life, from cellular regeneration to the emergence of consciousness, are well described within the frameworks of natural science. If there were any trace of an external landlord in our bodily affairs, it would have left measurable imprints in the physical and neurological records, which it conspicuously does not. Reclaiming our narrative. The beauty of modern thought lies in its ability to reclaim narratives that once were shrouded in mysticism. By acknowledging our autonomy and the power of reason, we affirm that we are the rightful owners of our bodies and destinies. This rejection of metaphysical landlordship is not a denial of mystery, but rather an embrace of a reality where freedom, self-determination, and personal agency define human life. Conclusion. While the idea of ghostly landlords offers a compelling metaphor for the unseen forces that influence our lives, be they societal, psychological, or internal, the notion that a spectral landlord literally controls our bodies is more myth than fact. Humans, through our biological and conscious complexity, stand as self-possessed entities. We are not subjects to a metaphysical property rental agreement, but autonomous beings navigating a universe governed by natural laws, free from the dominion of any ghostly proprietor. In contemplating these ideas, We not only celebrate the triumph of reason over superstition, but also deepen our understanding of what it means to truly own one's life. If you're intrigued by the transformative power of reclaiming personal agency, exploring how metaphor shapes our perception of control, or seeking a deeper philosophical dialogue about autonomy in a structured cosmos, there's a rich tapestry of thought waiting to be unraveled.